Well, good night. We are headed out to go get a family who tried to get to Wickiup Reservoir, which you can do right now. It's open. You can go there. You can enjoy the reservoir. But not all the roads that get to the reservoir are plowed. And unfortunately, Google Maps doesn't know that. Only Brad does. So this family tried going out to the reservoir this morning. I guess they got stuck at about 11 a.m. this morning. It is almost 6:15 now. And they've been stuck there all day. So we are headed down there to go see if we can get them out and back out to the highway so they can head home and warm up. All right, we have got turned off the highway, about an hour drive to get this far, and we're gonna head out this Forest Service road. It's paved for now, which is kind of surprising. And I don't know how far we can go out this with the truck and trailer, and I don't know where any turnaround spots are, so we're kind of winging it at this point. Okay, we're at a fork in the road right here. I don't know if you can see, it goes off over that way. And the road ahead where we're going turns into pretty much ice. So I'm gonna spin around right here in this intersection, unload, and then I can back up by this snowbank over here and park the truck, and we'll take the Jeep from there. All right, as you can see, that's not the Cherokee. That's the Willys. The Cherokee, we were out on it earlier today, actually on another run, and the Cherokee decided that it doesn't want to play nice anymore. So the Cherokee's on timeout until it can learn to behave a little better. All right, we got the Willys warming up. I'm gonna back the trailer over there into the snowbank, get the truck locked up, and we're gonna head on out here. All right, truck's locked up, Jeep's ready to go. Got my heated gloves on, got my heated jacket on under this one. Got head thing on, got more head things, got backup gloves. Willys is good to go, so I think we've got 5-6 miles to go out here. It's about 22 degrees. No heater in the Willys, obviously. Doesn't have any windows either, or like a real top. This is just a bikini top, so let's get rolling. This is like some super hard, slick ice. The one good thing about coming out here this late is they came out here when it was warm and slushy, and now that we're coming out, everything's frozen and hard, which is gonna make it a little easier to drive on. Now trust me, I would have preferred to bring the track Jeep. Number one, because the heater. Number two, because the tracks. But once we get back to the truck and I can talk without this big old V8 blaring in your ears, I'll tell you what happened to it. So we got the tires of this Willys down at about 4 or 5 pounds. It's got bead locks on it, so that's okay. I'm trying to make them as much like tracks as possible. Super flat and lots of flotation. Okay, so we got to another intersection, we made another turn, and now we're on this completely never plowed road. And there's one set of tracks here in the middle of it you can see, and I'm assuming that's them, because the pin drop is straight out this road. Luckily we got a good pin drop on this one. I'm staying on top of it barely. If I slow down too much more, I start to break in, and if I get off to the side of these main center grooves at all, I start to sink in. I'll show you a little. See, whoa, sink way in as soon as you get out of it. So I'm just trying to stay in the grooves, keep a little momentum, stay up on top. I don't want to tear up this crust any more than I have to, because we got to get their truck back out of it. So the more I can pack it down without making any spin marks or any of that, the better. So you can see in their tracks there where they were spinning and slipping their tires, which is creating this real rough here and tearing up the crust on top. So it's going to make it just harder to drive through and harder to get back out, because they were going slow and easy. At this point, they're probably just trying to get out of here. Which by comparison, if we go behind this Jeep with these big tires aired way down, that track there, no spin, no slip. You can see all the lug prints. You see where I'm just off to the side of theirs here. Mine's smooth, theirs is chopped up. And the better you can pack it without spinning, the better chance you have of driving out of it the next time. So I'm trying not to spin at all and tear up this crust at all. Like I said, that's where the track Jeep comes in super, super handy, because all it does is pack it down and doesn't spin. Yeah, I see some headlights. I think they're facing this way too, so maybe they realized it wasn't going to work out and they found a spot to turn around and then got stuck on the way back. Which makes it way easier because now I don't have to turn them around. Yep, see? They just got out of those ruts off to the side, got sucked in, and that was it. Okay, let's go check it out.
Dang, he's got.
That's what we need.
Yeah, tip if you need to turn around in the snow, that's where everybody gets stuck usually.
Yeah.
Always find a hill to back up so that when you go to change direction, you've got gravity on your side to help push you out of it. Because you back into where there's a ditch,
You're screwed.
or you try to go through the ditch and up the other side so that when you have that gravity help coming out of there.
Dang, sweet setup.
Yeah. Okay, so it was just got off to the side a little bit and got sucked into this loose stuff. This tire's buried pretty good. That one's buried pretty good, so we're going to use the kinetic rope to just pull them that way and hopefully pop back up over into those ruts and go from there. If you want to go stand up there, up the bank a little ways is the safest.
Okay.
Okay, so
So apparently this thing can pull that truck.
Trees in the way.
And barely help. Wow.
I love kinetic energy. Back up, we'll do it again.
Did you happen to hear any clicking?
I didn't.
Okay.
Might be alright.
That was amazing.
Okay.
All you saw was just a.
You know, it reminds me
That's
of,
all we want to see.
It just completely just yanked you.
But also, so no jerk, no shock load.
Nothing,
Smooth.
no.
Yeah.
Good.
It was almost like I hit the gas.
Yeah. These things are amazing. All I'll do is stay in front of you and just try to stay on these main tracks.
Okay.
And just keep your, not fast, but keep your momentum so you don't try to break in. And we'll work our way out of here. If you break in again, we'll pull you out again. And
Awesome.
all right. So now we get going. And they get going. And we're just going to take it easy and make sure their truck's working. Maybe it's not.
So I'm basically two-wheel drive in my.
Yeah, see how your back end's spinning and digging in, your front's sitting right on top. So you might have been right about that clicking noise up front and breaking a CV joint or something. It won't go into too high or four low or anything. It's stuck in four lock.
It's stuck in four lock.
Okay, well, I can hook back onto you and just tow you out of here.
Okay, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so four-wheel drive's not working. You heard it clicking earlier. Wasn't sure if it just wasn't engaging or CV joint or something, but not working. Only got rear-wheel drive, so I hooked up with the tree savers or bridles with two front tow hooks to the Matt's Off-Road Recovery Yankum rope, and we're just gonna tow him out with him assisting with two-wheel drive. You ready? So yeah, only about 2 miles of this road was completely untouched, and then another mile on a plowed a month ago road, and then we get back to the good plowed road for like another mile or so after that. So it shouldn't be too bad. he got off to the side a little bit again. It's okay. Alright, we got him going again. Just got sucked off to the side. It's super easy. It's super easy to do. There's not much of a trail here.
Like one slight turn could like fling you off to the side.
Yep. Alright, so we got the winch cable hooked up to that same strap. I don't want to keep pulling on that Yankum rope because it gets stiff after a while. We gave it about 5 pulls or so, and like in total on this whole thing, not just right here. Only one right here. It didn't come right out, so play it safe and use the winch. And he is coming forward and I'm not going backwards, so that's good. Hopefully now I can just pull you out of here. I'll suck this cable in and
Okay.
give it a go.
Does the snow get better?
It gets better.
Okay.
This, like I said, this stretch down here is as bad as it is. So
Okay.
if we get out of here, which we can, we'll be good. All right, we got him back up into, really? Sometimes your tires want to freeze into the snow. All right, we're gonna get going nice and steady, not a big jerk this time, just get him moving. And then we'll just keep on going until we have to do it again. All right, since we're on this uphill now and we got to get to the top, I'm going to winch myself and him forward at the same time off that tree right there, so that hopefully once we get up and start pulling again, I'm on the flat, not trying to start off uphill. So we use our fancy Yankum rope spool right there, re-spool the winch, and off we go. This loop is so nice. All right, we got the tree saver around the base of the tree to a soft shackle to our rope. Always use a tree saver. Never wrap your winch line around the tree, whether it's a cable or synthetic, and don't ever wrap a chain around a tree. Always tree saver. They're cheap. Just go get a bunch of them. So we get the winch going. I'm in 4 low, just in first gear. So the wheels are turning nice and slow, as you can see. And then it is pulling both of us, so that's good. Well, now I'm pulling on my own, so I guess I can undo the winch. And that was a quick short pull. Okay, winch is unhooked. There we go. Nice little bump. I'm going to try to stay on the hard pack as I can. I'm actually really surprised it got going with just that little bit of winching. I thought we'd have to winch to the top of the hill. Alright, this is where we turn back for the truck and the road gets a little better. Out to the road that's actually plowed, so we'll get out here on this stuff and then we can unhook and they should be able to continue on their own all the way out to where my truck is, which is dry pavement. All right, let's unhook. All right, we got him unhooked and he's going to continue on his own from here. He's got a CV joint that didn't like that getting stuck thing back there, so it's got him stuck in 2-wheel drive. So he's gonna see how it does on this. La Pine is the closest town we're to, so he's supposed to go to Sacramento. He ain't driving to Sacramento on that, so he'll go to La Pine, take it to a shop there to get fixed before making the trip home. And then we're on the plowed road now, so We'll see how it does. Alright, we're all still cruising along. Everything's still going good. Shouldn't be too much longer down this icy road. Just a bit of a drive out of here to get to my truck and the pavement. I had to lose the hat. I had to lose the gloves. I had to lose this heated jacket. I'm burning up. Maybe I don't need to put the heater in this thing. It would be nice to have one less project on the list. So. All right. Now he made it. He's on pavement now, so. All right, let's get loaded up. All right, got my truck started. They're headed home. Well, they're not headed home. They're headed to a motel, and then in the morning try to find a shop to fix that CV joint. Everything's working fine. It's broke. It's like the spline stripped inside, so it's not like coming apart. All right, let's load that Jeep up. That'd have been super embarrassing if I'd have fell out right there. Oh, we got the light tower set up. Really handy. So we got light, we'll get tied down. We got this thing all the way to the front of the trailer. Since the road's icy, I want a bunch of tongue weight to help out. And I know people are worried about too much tongue weight on the hitch of the truck, but since I'm hooked to the wheel lift, which is rated for picking up cars and trucks and all that stuff, no big deal. All right, we got it loaded up and tied down on the trailer. Got the truck all closed up. We're ready to roll. Oh, that went really good. That Jeep right there is 74 years old and still out here doing the job. I love that. It did absolutely awesome. It pulled that truck in two-wheel drive 4 miles before we got back to this road here where we unhooked it could drive on its own. Never got hot. We dug in a few places when that truck got pulled back off the side of the road again, which totally not that guy's fault driving. He had no front wheel drive, so his front wheels were really just kind of skiing and weren't helping guide him where he needed to be. So he was kind of at the mercy of the snow. Now the real question, where's the track Jeep? Well, earlier today, my wife and daughter and I, we all went out for a family trip up into the woods and go take the Jeep out. And it started acting up. I had to pedal the heck out of it to keep it running. It was missing. Sounded like it was only running on like half its cylinders. No power at all. It's done this to me once before, and that time it did the same thing. My wife, my daughter, and I were way back in the Ochocos, not in the wintertime, summertime, and it did the same thing. Stranded us out there for a couple hours before we got it running again. This is kind of the same situation. And it's not okay. So yeah, we'll see what's going on with it. I don't know if we need to yank the whole engine out and start over, if it's just a simple little fix, hopefully. But that's not cool with a Jeep like that goes out to where nothing else is really going to get to it. Can't have that one breaking down. So we're going to get it over to the shop, let Nate go through that thing front to back and figure out what's going on with it, make sure it's tip top, and then get it back out here. But man, that Willys did good today. And trust me, the whole time I was thinking about how awesome and fun it would be to get the tracks on this Willys. I have the adapters to do it. I have the adapters, I can bolt them right on. But one, there's no way I could carry enough fuel on this thing to keep that 350 fed with those tracks on there. It'd be like a blast for about a mile and then I'd be out of fuel. Two, this Jeep is spooled front and rear. You can hear the highway off in the distance over there. There's also some train tracks. That sounds like, that might be train. Oh yeah, that's train. Two, this thing has spools front and rear, so it is fully locked up front and back. I would never be able to turn with tracks on it. So I'd have to switch this to selectable lockers, like an Eaton E-locker or something like that, which I can't really do right now. So no tracks on this for the moment. I also have to do hydro assist steering on this, which is not a huge deal. We know how to do that now. But yeah, this thing would be a blast in the snow on tracks. Sooner or later, that'll happen, hopefully. Not like 100% sure. I'd just like to. So now that we're all loaded up, tied down, told you what's going on with the track Jeep. Seems like one thing after another with that thing. We're gonna head home. Gotta grab my light stand first. Then we're gonna head home, and that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.